Holy happy mail. It's more like a haul than a happy mail. Wowzer. Hey, it's Care. Welcome to my take at the lake. The beautiful lady that sent me the wonderful green and purple Reader's Digest books a couple weeks back with all the wonderful jelly plate prints. Yeah, her. She sent me another box. Oh my God. She asked me if I was interested in these. Well, what she said was she had described them. Sounded intriguing. She said she hadn't seen anything like it. She's been using them to jelly plate print with and whatnot. And I said, well, sure. I'm always jazzed about trying something new for sure. And so I expected a box about this size eventually. About the next day, maybe 2 days later, I got more than I bargained for. And it was in an Amazon box, and I thought, oh God, what did I order? I don't remember ordering something huge. I don't remember ordering a truckload of stuff from Amazon, but cool, bring it in. So excited when I opened it, because on top was a beautiful another print with a lovely letter from Donna. She calls it a grab bag box or a grab box. Super, super nice. I asked her what she was working on. She told me so I can send her some goodies. Lovely. Just so nice. And more awesome art. So many of her prints are finding their way into my vintage lake journal because they just fit so well. So Donna, this is a thank you card. A thank you card seems inadequate. Even a box that I could put together for you seems inadequate. So humblest thank yous and appreciation for this wonderful box. So these deli paper, they are awesome. Of course, you know, I had to get right into them. He was here when I got here, and it was late, and I was weak, and I opened it right away. So they're kind of deli paperish. They're very super smooth, and oh, so crinkly. What a beautiful, just to sew them in as is. Backyard compostable, recyclable, food safe, non-wax. So many good things about it. And the packaging to me looks very vintage, but I found a date, 2021. It's not that old. It looks really kind of old. And check this out. Inside the box of bags, there are all these great stickers to seal said bags. But look, goes with my primary and my rainbow books from the other day. Check that out. So we've got all kinds of colors and stickers to play with. So fun. Oh, but that is just the beginning. You might want to grab a cup of something fabulous and pull up a chair because holy smokes. She clearly pays attention, close attention, and because she everything in this box is something I've mentioned or that I know I've said I've liked. I don't know if she keeps a running list, but she's ever so thoughtful. So purple, eyelash yarn. Can you imagine in my purple book? That would be great page edging. Yeah. Can you imagine a whole bunch of this sticking out of the edge of the books? Hang on. Hold on. It'd be like feathers sticking out of the book. I know why they call it eyelash yarn, or maybe that's just me. I'm sure I've heard it called that before. It's not unlike applying false eyelashes. It takes some doing to get it on several pages. It took me quite a bit to get it on one, but oh my gosh, is it worth it? Look how fun that would be in my purple, all things purple. Yeah, very cool. A book about artist trading cards by Somerset Studio. They're the ones that do In Her Studio and all kinds of fantastic fantastically beautiful magazines and books. All about artist trading cards, an anthology of ATCs. And in Somerset Studio fashion, true to form, it is beautiful. I have not sat down yet with it. I want to just take maybe on a Sunday and just look at all its art ATCs from people from all over the place. So it's all different kinds of styles, information about artist trading cards, different kinds. I love these triptych kind where they're all connected in some way. One bingo card, one image, one word. Holy smoke. There are even some vellum pages in here. All about some of the artists' take on it. And they're all so different. These look very steampunky. These look like Giboneri type, intricate, detailed, maybe even interactive ATCs. Can you imagine? Digital ATCs. Wow. Just, we could spend an afternoon just looking at this together. Love it. This is such a treasure. Suede. Super, super soft suede. Legend of Sleepy Hollow. I wish you could hear it. I think this says to Aunt Mamie. Mamie? We'll go with Mamie. With love and good wishes, James. Oh, how I wish James would have put a date in here. He did not. And there is no date from the publisher either. Several blank pages. Look at. It is coming apart a little bit, but that just adds so much character to this. It feels like it was well loved by someone at one time. Look how cute he is in this little suit. But there's no date from the publisher. Just Crowell and Company. Thomas Crowell and Company publishers. And this is from the Sketchbook of Washington Irving. And it's just beautiful. And, oh, it's flexible and so pretty. And it's not, I love this. Technology wasn't, everything we thought it was going to be. Some of the pages didn't get cut well. They got torn. And that's not from I'm sure it's from the way that it was made and not cut. This is a good example. It didn't get cut properly because that's still intact. And this whole back page, the whole last page didn't get cut at all. Still intact. And it has remained intact forever. Of course I did research because I'm a nosy Nell. How old is this book? Because there's no date and I had to go figure it out. I couldn't find this exact one. There's another one, same kind of cover, offset, but that one has decorated pages inside, different kind of end papers, no stitching around, and it's by a different publisher. That one was from early 1900s. There was a comment on a book, something or other, that said all of the inscriptions that she had seen on this version of the book, or that version, it was a different publisher, all of the inscriptions were from 1915 to 1935. I'm going to lean to the 1915. It's just super old. This will not go in the tear up file. This will go in with my vintage typewriter. Beautiful. My grandparents always used to say, you don't know shit from Shinola. And I thought it was just something my grandparents said. But turns out Shinola is a shoe polish. Who knew? Oh, wouldn't Tim Holtz just love this? Wouldn't he just? Right up his alley. It's so Tim Holtzy. I love it. Too fun. Another 10. Very vintage. No markings or anything, but clearly it's perfectly aged. Inside inside is a treasure trove of wooden spools. Look how cute. They're so cute. Even a wooden, it almost looks like a bobbin, but did they have wooden bobbins before they had metal bobbins? This was pure silk. No wonder it was small. That's all you could afford, right? And a button with Beastly's little Scotty dogs. They're so cute. Complete with a needle to sew them on, because I lost my needles somewhere in this place. This is in no particular order. I'm just taking it out of the box as we go. Black tissue paper, and this is back when they made real tissue paper. You get it at Dollar Tree now. A full piece is about half of this size. This is giant black. Ooh, and there's lots of it. Giant. Keeps on going and going. Black tissue paper for my black and white books. Very excited about that. You don't find black tissue. And it's a nice deep. Some of the cheaper ones have kind of a greenish tinge to it. This is black. Some vintage cards. Even the bag it came in sounds lovely. Be a fun addition to a journal. They have, I don't know if I can get it there. I don't know if it's pearlescent white. It almost looks silver. Just tiny little bits of silver around the petals. Absolutely beautiful. Perfect in my vintage lake journal. Or some wonderfully aged envelopes to go with. Much fun in this box. I can't even tell you. Just a notepad, but you always need a notepad with a pen holder or a pencil holder. This would be great for sketching because it's very rigid. So you could take it out, you know, and it comes with its own desk. Not like the flimsy garbage notebooks that Walmart sells. This would be fantastic to go out in the field and journal or sketch or something. So that probably won't get torn up either. Maybe decorate a little bit because that's what we do, right? Some more beautiful books. Look at. They're just so cool. The new If I Were Going, the Alice and Jerry books. I've never heard of them. And so I thought, well, maybe they're from the UK or I don't know, maybe from someplace different. But Illinois, White Plains, New York, this is something I should have heard of. Children's stories, all different kinds, truckloads of children's stories, and just absolutely beautiful watercolor. Or that one might have they might have ink work. Oh, they do. A little bit of ink work too. Every page has something on it. Look at. And the colors, the watercolors are just, I think they're watercolor. They sure are beautiful. So I'd like to read this, quite frankly. I'd love to know what the stories are about. And have you ever heard of this? Have I been living under a rock? Because it seems like, you know, it's so well worn and aged. Like a lot of people read it and handled it and loved it up. And I feel kind of weird never having heard of it. So this is good reading the swing fodder. I don't have to think too hard about it, I don't think. A lot of pictures of artists, which is awesome. I don't think I'll be able to tear that one up either. Planning and Serving Your Meals, 2nd edition, 1959. Beautiful vintage photography. How to set your plate and how to cut your lamb crown roast. Gotta do it the right way. Dragon Scene. Another classic, Pearl S. Buck. Post-it note in here from 2012. This is 1941-42. I've never read this. I've never read Pearl S. Buck. I've heard of her, of course, but I've never read any of her work. It is gorgeous. Beautiful deckled edges. Beautiful condition. It's darn near perfect for being about 80 years old, right? Almost 80. Damn fine condition. Holy smokes. Beautiful edition of Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, illustrated. The Literary Guild version. It's cloth covered, hardcover. Again with the deckled edges. So beautiful. Hey Siri, what is MCML in Roman numerals?
I can't find the answer to that on Apple Watch.
So where are my illustrations? There's some pen and ink work. Just some little sketches. Beautiful books. If you're watching, Miss Donna, this is out of this world. I'm thinking it's a jelly plate print. But it feels like velvet paper. If anyone was around in the 70s and 80s when they had posters that for black lights, they were on velvet paper so that they really, really glowed. And that velvet paper was so soft. This feels like it's got some kind of velvet to it. Am I imagining things, or is it some kind of special paint? I don't know, but it's so beautiful. Lake Journal, yes indeed. Here's one of her jelly plates prints on the bags. So fun. So you have the original and then these jazzed up versions. Inside here, there were several things tucked in. This big cute little coaster. I'd like to see if I can separate the rug from the coaster, because I think that would make a beautiful little miniature journal cover. Some vintage yumminess. Nice little hanky. It's got ivory, peach, teal, super soft like a sea mist, and a lilac, and a red. So funny. That's like my family. Laid back, kind of quiet, kind of mousy, and then there's me. Go figure. Who's surprised? Hashtag sassy girl. Hashtag crabby crafter. Look how pretty these are. Naturally aged. You can't beat that. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but I sure thought about it a lot. Marguerite Miller does a lot of Rolodex art. And she uses these. They're supposed to go in the printer and you print out all your Rolodex instead of hand writing them all. But Marguerite Miller collages on them and then pops them out. And she has this beautiful Rolodex full of little collages and little mini masterboards. And they're so fun. And I thought that'd be such a great thing to do, because you can do, how many's on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. You could do 1 or 2, 3 pages in one sitting, and you'd end up with 8, 16, or 24 wonderful little bits to share, to use in a junk journal, to add to your Rolodex collection. But I never see them. But now, holy Hannah, I can Rolodex my heart away. And she had everything packed in here to perfection. I wonder if she was a professional packer at one point, because this box is full to capacity, but nothing got squashed or broken or anything. Just a bunch of, I'm assuming they're vintage, not replicas. Gallery and studio, pen and ink work, art amateur, a room study by Louis C. Tiffany and Company. Beautiful on the back. And I am telling you what, if I could order these shoes, I would order so many of these shoes. It's just a truckload of ads. Men's clothing. Men's shoes. $3.65. But look at the buttonholes that you need the buttonholer for. Oh, if I could only. My mom said she remembers wearing coats just like this. She had jackets like this when she was a kid. $1.98. Really expensive one for $5.29. Yes, indeed. Look at those shoes. And they just keep getting better. Wow. Wow. $2.19. so fun. Summer underwear for everybody, all the girls in the family. By Lace, different kinds of lace. Flouncing. Swiss flouncing. Who doesn't need some good flouncing in their life? Beautiful art. Hey, if you're into art, check out Fake, F-A-K-E, or Fortune. It's a British show, I believe, from quite a few years ago. But they're kind of like investigative reports / true crime / fine art, mystery. They take all the forensic sciences and try to decide whether or not works of art are genuine or not. Absolutely fascinating to watch. Fake or Fortune on YouTube. There's 20, somebody has a playlist. I think there's 29 episodes. I absolutely just was mesmerized. I watched every single one of them. Art interchange. I want to say this was 1928. Oh, this is the 1928 one. Needlecraft Magazine. That one was the 1928 version. Look at here. This looks very familiar. Candy Cane Creates. Just she had a book and she pulled it up and she goes, "Oh, look at that!" And I said, "Oh yeah, I have one of those too." More clothes, more lace. Just look at how wonderfully aged. Hang on. Let's just do this properly. New paper. This is what inspired Mr. Holtz, don't you know? Winsor and Newton. Yay! That's so awesome. Winsor and Newton's. British red sable brushes for watercolor drawing. In 8 sizes. No prices, because if you have to ask, you can't afford them. Welcome to Art Supplies 101. I watch Curiosity Incorporated. He is a antique dealer in Edmonton, Canada. And he came across a can that said Santa Flush Closet Bowl Cleaner. And he said, why would they call it closet bowl or something like that? And I said, because they weren't called bathrooms or restrooms. They were called water closets. So you clean the closet bowl. Of course it was called closet bowl. Well, there it is. Cleans closet bowls without scouring. Here it says toilet. Straight up. Cleans closet bowls. Why is it called closet? Because that's what bathrooms used to be called. Water closets. Look at the wealth of information that is found at this channel. And I'm telling you what, seen on the Erie Railroad, look at that intricate work. This is a nice big piece. Decorative artwork supplement to the art interchange. $18.95. Holy smokes. Giant big piece. 2 giant big pieces. No, 1 giant big piece. It's all one piece. I think this is my favorite. So much fun. Wow. Just, I don't even have words. I don't even know what to say, Donna. Except wow. And, because we're not done just yet, a whole bunch of vintage labels. Now, I've often wondered, are these real or are these replicas? But I have to think that they're real. They were never used because they're not ruined. But the way that they're aged, I don't know. I think they're, I don't know. I'm happy to think they're real. If that's not true, just let me live in my little bubble. But they are so beautiful. Real or not, they're just awesome. I think they're real. I wonder if they have sticky. If I wet a corner and it's sticky, then I'll know they're real. Right? I love the watercolor plums. Prune plums. Blackberries. Boysenberry. Look how beautiful these are. So much fun. And last but not least, the biggest playing cards that I have ever seen. Yes, indeed. Too funny. These are funny, funny, funny. I love them. So do I make a giant journal with them, I think? Let's see. Oh, it won't quite fit. I'd have to trim. I have to figure something out. I just think it's a stitch. Just a stitch. Kind of cool. You know, it'd be fun to find a giant one like this and insist we play euchre. Holy smokes, Miss Donna, I cannot thank you enough. This is so incredibly generous and so much fun. And I'm amazed what other people find. Stuff that other people find is fascinating and so thoughtful. The literary yumminess and the purple, and I don't know, it's like you're taking notes, and it's so appreciated. I can't even tell you. So thank you so much. I'm going to put it all, to as much of it as I can, to good use for sure. Most of the books will go probably in my vintage book collection, because some books I just can't tear up. Whew, like I said, it's like a haul video, right? Happy mail to the 10th power. Thank you, Miss Donna. Thank you. And thank you for watching. I hope you find inspiration here and some ideas and some fun things you might be able to look for at estate sales or your secondhand stores. And what Donna said she was doing is she's been cleaning out her studio, and she's passing this stuff along to us crafters. And we can all do that. We can all, you know, we'll never use everything we have. Never will we use everything we have. So we can pay it forward too in our own ways. So thank you again for the inspiration and for all the lovely gifts. Much appreciated. I'm gonna go put my toys away in my almost clean studio and love up my beastlies, because, you know, it's been 15 minutes or more. You have a lovely crafty day. I'll take it at the lake. Out for now.